guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a couple of items that I really want to try out. I actually had no intention on filming tonight. It's about 11 o'clock at night and I came in here to kind of organize and put some makeup and stuff away and decided I wanted to actually play in makeup and try some things on. So I said, you know what? Turn on the camera. Today or tonight, I actually want to try out this new Lancome foundation that I got in my makeup swap. I'm really curious about it. I know that the shade is too light for me because I already put it together and kind of looked at the foundation. So I know it's too light for me. So with it being in this compact form, I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's in a compact form. Very pretty. And it has, you know, the little cushion. There's a mirror in here also. And let me just open this up if I can without making a mess. And as you can see inside, you know, you press down and you get the foundation from inside this little compact. And this foundation is actually called the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Cushion. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what it's called. And this is the color 460 Suede. So I know that this is too light for me, but I want to see if I can use it kind of make it work with my contouring and maybe a powder or a bronzer without doing any highlights. So I'm going to play around with this, see what happens. As you can see, we have a special guest trying to make an appearance in this video. Okay, so just ignore her. So I want to try out that foundation today, and actually I was just going to play around with the foundation, but of course I can't do my face without doing my eyes. So I'm also going to try out the Anastacia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette that I got in my swap as well. And just in case you haven't seen this palette, this is what it looks like. So it's very pretty. And I'm just going to do a nice simple look, maybe a pretty cut crease or something. But those are the two items that I really want to try out today. So I'm going to go ahead and just, you know what, you guys? I got my eyebrows threaded today for the first time ever. I've never got my eyebrows threaded and I am in love. I love how she did them. I love the shape and I love how easy it is for me to just kind of fill them in a little bit. And since I am thinking about doing the microblading, I really want to get familiar with the exact shape that I want my eyebrows to be when I get them microbladed. So y'all let me know what y'all think about how she did for my eyebrow threading. I really like it. I do. I think she did a really good job with the shape of my eyebrows. So y'all let me know on that. I'm going to turn on the AC because it is hot in here. And watch, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to be talking about it's freezing. So, anywho, let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to quickly prep my eyelids and powder them so I can go ahead and just move on to the eyeshadow. I don't want to take all day, so I'll be right back. Okay, so you guys know the routine. I just used some of my LA Girl Pro Conceal to prep my eyelids, and then I use some of my e.l.f. HD powder to set that concealer so that it doesn't crease on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some tape and then we'll get started on my eyes. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and jump right into the Soft Glam palette. I think I'm gonna start out with the shade, I think I'm actually gonna start out with the shade Rustic, which is this shade right here. So it's a really nice pretty brown shade. So I'm gonna start out with that and just use that on the upper portion of my eyelid. Like I said, I'm gonna try and keep it simple tonight, you guys. Okay, so now that I have that transition shade down, I'm gonna go ahead and go into Sienna, which is this shade here. And I'm just going to place that just below that shade and slightly into my crease area. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take this shade Mulberry, which is this really pretty burgundy shade here. And I'm going to really focus that heavy into my crease area. Okay, so now you guys know what time it is. It's time to cut that crease. Okay, you guys, so we're not going to focus on the fact that my cut creases are lopsided and uneven. I'm going to fix it with the eyeshadow, okay? No stressing tonight. No stressing tonight. So, let's see here. Okay, so I do want to use a few of these shimmer shadows. So I want to go into this color Bronze, this gold glittery shade right here. And I'm going to use that on the inner portion of my cut crease. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and go into the color Sultry. That really pretty, it looks like a rose gold type shade, so I'm going to go into that. And you guys, I'm not weighting my brush or anything at all. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it simple tonight. You know me, always simple. And so I'm just kind of blending the edge of that sultry shade into the edge of the bronze from the front, and just trying to make it gradiate and blend into each other. Okay, so now that I have those two shimmer shadows basically as the main part of my cut crease, I'm going to go ahead and deepen the outer portion, and I'm going to go back into the Mulberry shade first and just place that on the outer corner. Okay, so now that I have that nice gradient effect, I really want to go in for the kill, and I'm going to smoke out the outer corner. So I'm going to take Noir, which is the black shade in this palette, and I'm going to place that just in the outer corner and try and blend it into that burgundy shade. And I just put in the tiniest bit on the tip of my brush. And I'm really focusing it in that corner. Okay, you guys, so I feel like that is as close as I'm going to get them at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my tape, add a little bit of eyeliner, and then I'm going to move on to my face so I can test out this foundation. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and use my e.l.f. primer today. I really like this primer, and so I'm going to go ahead and use this before I play with this new foundation. Okay, so now my face is all nice and primed. Now, I've already established in the beginning of this video that I know that this foundation is too light, so don't come for me. And don't be saying, oh, it's too light. I know it's too light. I'm going to see if I can work with it with contour and powder and make it work. So, once again, this is the Lancome Foundation Compact that I'm going to try out today. And it has this little cushion thing, and like I said, I've already looked at the color, so that is why it is used. Okay, so I'm just going to start to apply and see if I can get a feel for it on my face. I don't really like these, and I didn't do any color correcting, of course. I don't really like these cushion applicators, of course, because it's kind of hard to just maneuver the foundation all over your face, but I'm going to try and work with it. It smells really good. It smells like perfume. Now you guys know how I feel about my dark circles, so we'll really be able to test out the coverage since I didn't color correct. This applicator though. Okay, so I definitely think that it is buildable. I'm gonna go ahead and try and add some contour. I'm gonna use my Fenty contour stick and see if I can make this look better as far as the color. So I definitely feel like the contouring helped to bring this foundation together on my skin with it being too light. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of my Fit Me powder, and hopefully it doesn't destroy the foundation, because you know sometimes powders don't play well with certain foundations. So I'm going to go ahead and try and use some of my Fit Me powder and see how that looks. I'm also going to use just a little bit of my ABH bronzer to see if I can warm my face up just a little bit more. And this one is in the color Mahogany. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and just added some blush, and I'm going to go ahead and finish my eyes by just smoking out my lower lash line, and then we'll come back and talk about this foundation. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and just finished up my face. I added my Juvia's Place blush. I don't have any highlighter on right now because I'm not really focusing on that. I did use my Ellery lip liner and my Ellery gloss from her ColourPop collab on my lips, and I did smoke out my lower lash line with that Soft Glam palette using the burgundy shade and the sienna shade, and I did add a little bit of black eyeliner to my lower lash line. So that's what I did for my eyes. Now as far as the foundation goes, as you can see, I was able to pull it together with a darker contour as well as using my Maybelline Fit Me powder and a little bit of bronzer. I was able to kind of make it look like a decent match for me because I didn't use any concealer at all to highlight with. So the lighter areas on my face are just straight from the foundation. So all in all, my overall thoughts regarding this Lancome Compact Cushion Foundation is that it's a very nice foundation. The things I like about it is that it's very lightweight. It dries down matte, and I do believe this is buildable. So if it was actually in my shade, I would really like this foundation. The only reason why I don't care for it for myself is because since it is too light, and I did have to play around with powders and bronzers and stuff just to bring my face together, it did kind of cause the foundation to move around a bit. So it did kind of move around, shift, and as a result, I'm able to see my discolorations coming through and some patchiness in the application because I didn't color correct. So if I color correct, I might actually be okay with it. But I didn't color correct. So in using those other products to make this work, I believe that it did kind of move the foundation and pull it around, maybe because it wasn't completely dry yet. So anywho, those are my thoughts on this foundation. I think if you want to try it, it's worth a try. Just make sure you get your shade. And for the Soft Glam palette, what can I say? It's a wonderful palette. I had no concerns about whether or not it would be a great palette for me. It performed excellently. The shadows blend well. The pigment is remarkable, just like the rest of her palettes. I do own the Modern Renaissance, the Prism, and the Subculture. So Now I have another palette in my collection for ABH, and I'm really happy about it. I love the palette. I'm sure I'll be using it a lot more. I do really like the way that this simple basic cut crease came out. Very, very easy to do. And I think if you would like to purchase the palette, you should definitely do so. It is one, just like the Modern Renaissance, that would be a great staple to have in your collection. So that's all that I have for this video, you guys. Those are my thoughts on these two products. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me try them out. I know I'm going to try and really keep this video concise, so I might chop it up a lot. But thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please hit like on your way out and subscribe if you're not already a part of my family. I would love to have you, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you so much. Toodles!